Okay, now I'm going to add the section here. So I'm going to cut through here, and I'm going to do another drawing using what I copied over here to create a section drawing. Okay, I copied that a little bit earlier so I can have the bolt there. So let's do my section right now. So I want the section to go right through here. So we're gonna use a leader here. Before that, we're gonna create a new one. So over here, we're gonna create a brand new one. We're gonna call it new. I'm gonna call it large. I'm going to continue. We're going to make a large section using that. We're just going to double this arrow 8. We're going to make it twice as big as the other arrows. We're going to go 8. And we're going to go close, and now it's a large. We do a quick arrow right about here. I'm going to keep going till it appears. There it is. I'm going to hit escape so we don't do any writing. I'm going to make a line this way. Okay. And then I'm just going to line it up. So it's a little bit high, so I'm just going to line it up here. I'm going to draw a dummy line. I'm going to move this so it's lined up with that line. And now I'll erase this line. It's lined up. I'll use the mirror command to put it on the other side. Okay, it's not in the right position, but that's okay. We'll just move it out here. Move both pieces out over here. Now we're going to have to add some writing. So we're going to add some text. This is scale by 4, so usually it's half-inch writing. So you divide like 4 divided by 8, you divide the number by 8. So we'll put our writing here. We're going to make it double. We're going to make it 1 here. 1, enter, put the letter A right there. I'm going to copy this onto the other side. And we're going to bring our A over to this side. Okay, now we're over here. So we got our section. This drawing's done. You just got to put all your writing in here. I assume you can do that. You double click and add all the writing. Now we're on to this drawing here. Now we need a scale of 1 to 2 on this one. So we're just going to bring in a new border. So I'm going to insert a new border right there. I'm just going to put it here. I find it's easier to type here. So I'm going to quickly type my stuff here. Hardware assembly. Okay, tab, drawing 2 of 2, tab. I won't put a name and the scale. You guys can add your name. 1 to 2 this time. So it's a different scale drawing. And I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to move this. Oh, it's the wrong size. I'm going to scale it first by 2. So we have to scale this new drawing that we have by 2. And now we're going to move it right around this. Okay, we've got a new scale. I'm going to put it right around what I copied before. I'm just going to shorten these lines and shorten this line. Okay. Now on this one, I can even shorten this even more. Okay, on this one, so we've almost got this all drawn, but we need a hole in here for this bolt to go through. So we're going to use the offset command. That size of that hole, I think we did 1 1/8 before, so we have to offset. That's like 9/8 by 9/16. So 9/16. The hole was 1 1/8, which is like 8 over 8 plus 1, 9/8. So 9/16 is how halfway. So I'm going to offset this by 9/16. If you want, you can use a calc on this side and on that side. Okay, so there's my hole. Now I'm going to trim this hole. I'm going to trim from here to here. I'm going to pick the 2 things to trim to. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to cut there. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to cut here. Okay, and I have 2 more things to trim. I'm going to trim from here to here. Okay, and I'm going to trim this line. And over here, that's it. That's all I'm going to trim. Well, actually, while I'm trimming, I'll trim this out on the top. The washer will become clear in this case, and I'll erase this. Actually, I think that's what it should look like in the other drawing. So I'm going to go back and fix that in my other drawing. It's going to come back over here. Oh, it is fixed. So I guess I did do all that trimming. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. Here, we're going to make this we're cutting through. We're going to make this continuous. Okay, now we have our bolt coming through. It comes through here. Now, when it reaches between these and to these, we have to trim it as well. So we have to trim this bolt from here to here. So we have to trim this part and that part out. Okay, so now we see our clear lock washer and our nut. And here, in here, we see where the bolt goes through. This is where the threading starts right here. Okay, and here we see our plain washer, lock washer. So it looks like this. Okay, now we're going to hatch this. So we're going to switch from our section to our hatch. Use the hatch command, and it looks like steel hatch. So we're going to pick ANS32, and we're going to click here and there. And that looks like a good size, actually. Now, this material is different, so we're going to hatch it again, but we're going to hatch it the other way. So we're going to change the angle right here. So this angle becomes 90. We change it by 90, and then click here, and click on this one, and hit enter, and we have the hatch going the other way. Okay, don't worry, this is actually curved. If I were to type REGEN, regenerate, it fixes it and makes it curve there. Okay, now we've actually got the whole thing drawn. All we've got to do is add the balloons and the dimensions. Okay, so I will add the dimensions, and I'm going to pause the video, add the dimensions, and I'll come back and show you how to add the balloons. Okay, before I add the dimensions, you have to actually create another dimension here. So you got to go here, create a new one. So I thought I'd show how to do that. It's scale 2 this time. And then you go continue. So I'm going to have 2 different ones. Scale 2, continue. So on this particular one, the fit is only 2. Okay. And now when I add the dimension, it won't be too big. So now when I add this dimension here from, let's see, from here to here, and I bring it up, it's the right size. Okay. Okay, so I've added dimensions. Now I'm going to insert these item balloons. I'm going to insert it right here. I'll do the first one. Okay, that's 1. That's good. The wrong scale, so I have to scale it by 2. So I'll go here and I'll scale this one by 2. So because the drawing this time's twice as big. Okay, now I need to put an arrow here, a dim arrow. So I'm going to have to create a new one here as well. So oh, I can't do that. I got to go here. Wrong one. This one. I've got to create a new one here, which will be a scale of 2. Continue. And I'm going to go just change that to 2 for this scale. This one here. So scale 2. And now I can just pick nearest here and create this. Okay, just take some practice, escape. Okay. And I'll bring this closer in, let's say nearest. And then I'll just copy this. I'll copy the whole thing with the leader this time. So I'll just copy it to different locations. So I'm just going to copy it around to all the different locations. And I'm just going to adjust it. So you guys, I sure can do this. I'm going to pause the video after I do this. And I'm going to adjust them, put all the right numbers there. So I've added all the items, changed the numbers, and moved them around. Now I'm going to add the section at the bottom. So here I'm going to switch over to section. I'm going to do my text down here. Okay, my text point 5 is good here actually. Section A. Okay, I'm just about done this drawing. All I've got to do is add what's called a bill of material. So all these items, so this is item 1, so it's going to have information in a bill of material up here. Okay, so here's what you do to bring it in. You go insert. Well, I'll switch over to, I guess it should be in the dim layer, but I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'll go insert. And in the insert in here, there's a bill of material line. So there's the title. There's a line and a title. So I'm going to bring the title in. You park it right in that corner. Now that's too small, so we're going to have to scale it. So you go home, you scale it. Here by 2. I've had students actually draw this, but it's all prepared. Now we're going to put the next one underneath. So we're going to go insert. We're going to click here, and we're going to bring a BOM line. Okay, we're going to pick this corner right here. We can actually, if we want, we can type. It's item 1. Tab, it's 1-inch plate, it's called, by 8 inches. I'll put a space there too. Plate by 8 inches. So here I'll use small x, 8 inches. Okay, by, again, a small x, 8 inches. Okay, material. We call this A36 steel. It's this type of cheap, it's actually a cheap steel that rusts easily. And we need one of these. Okay, it's not stainless steel, it's just plain steel. And we'll go okay. Now it's the wrong size. So again, we go home, go scale, click on it, hit enter, click the corner, and click to enter. And now it's the right size. Now I can just copy this. So I need 6 of these, so I'll just copy them. So I'll copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I just double click on the second one. Okay, I put up here, I put 2. Okay, in here I type existing machine. Okay, here materials, just steel here. Not A36 steel, we're just going to call it steel. And quantity, 1 of these. Okay, and we can apply, go okay, and it changes it. And then you double click the rest. So I'll pause it, I'll put all the information in, and then I'll show you how it looks. So here I finished this bill of material, BOM. Okay, remember 1 corresponds with 1 here, 2 with 2. So if you can see the item, that's the existing machine here. 3 would be the square bolt here. See? 4 would be the washer, the 1-inch plate washer. 5 would be the lock washer. I got to learn how to spell, so we'll just edit that and make it correct before I forget. Okay, it's the lock washer. And 6 is the square nut. And these are the same items on this drawing, which is 1 to 4. Notice I've also added over here, I've added the information. Now, I think this should explain, there's just over 30 minutes of video. This is the only activity you have for this week, so good luck, and you can try to draw it. You can always pause the video and fast forward it wherever you need. Great time to tell you. I should have said that at the start. Anyway, good luck with the project.